Hi, my name is Carina Fernandes and I'd like to invite you to the Poetry International Festival on the 9th, 10th and 11th of June. Hope to see you there. My name is Carina Fernandes. I'm a storyteller. I help people tell their stories and tell my own stories through music, poetry, and I help other people share their stories through events and marketing actually. I've been living in Rotterdam my entire life. Rotterdam is the city that made me, city that raised me. It's the best city in the world. No matter where I go, I will always long back for this city. And I think one of the most beautiful moments was when I was sitting in Suriname, which is where my family is from. I'm Caribbean. And I was sitting by the water side, looking over the water with the highest bridge. And I thought to myself, man, this place with all the rainforest and everything, oh, man, I miss Rotterdam. Can you imagine? Yo, I was in paradise. And I was like, no, man, I miss my city. So, yeah, that's what it is. A proud fusion of two worlds and more. Find that a hard question to answer because it's so much a part of my life. It's the same with music. I see, hear, feel poetry in anything, really. It's just how I express. I see poetry, I hear poetry. Call me a romantic, you know. But it's just a part of my lifestyle, to put it in short. It's the same with hip hop. It's the same with, you know, with soul and funk. It's not just, for me at least, it's not just music. It's not just words. It's what makes the world make sense. As I move in different spaces, so I move in the literature space, I also dance. What I do notice is that people often are still on their own islands and you don't see a lot of interactions within the different worlds and the different realms. So often what you get is that people preach for their own parakeet, while the real conversations should be had within all these layers and interconnected within that in order for us to really understand and be, I believe, because that's what strengthens us, you know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, there is so much beauty, man. Like, it pops up, new initiatives pops up from all over the places. People, there's this hunger, there is this excitement, there is this urge and this necessity that we move on. But once more, I'm from Rotterdam. We move from necessity because, you know, our city, you know, we're built in a certain way. Yeah, you gotta have that cross communication, those conversations, and invite each other in different spaces. During COVID, I made a transition from spoken word more into music. So I'm currently building my band. It's gonna be a fusion of eclectic soul, funk, jazz, of course with a bit of spoken word and poetry, with singing. It's exciting, but our upcoming project is gonna come out soon. So we have the Schiedamse Poetry Slam upcoming for our 4th edition, which is super exciting. We have 3 dates, but you know, follow us on socials. The Schiedamse Poetry Slam, and if you want to stay updated on my music, the poetry, check out Casa de Carina, and I hope to see y'all soon. So just do it. Nike. No, but honestly, just do it. Just do it. No matter what happens, just do it. Stay focused, just do it. Be out there. Go to places, show your face. But if you feel like giving up, don't. Just choose to live on. Just choose to get it. Just choose to go on. And we've been given life and talent. It's not without reason. I don't know who you, no, I'm joking. Who y'all people at? No, one of the years that I was at Poetry International, the last poets were performing. And there was this moment, we got into like the bar section because they were performing in the Dula, in the main hall. And I get to the bar and all of a sudden I'm standing next to the dude that plays the congas, you know? And we have this conversation. I looks at me, he's like, so where you from? And I'm like, I'm from here. He's like, yeah, you sure? Because you sound like you're from the States. And I was like, I do. I was like, yeah, but he's, you know, he's Cuban. He's like, yeah, but he'd still be an immigrant though. And I was like, yeah, you know, immigrants, we get the thing done. He's like, yeah, man. Then we laughed and we shared poetry. And I thought that was such a deep cultural moment within us recognizing us. So when I think of Poetry International, I think of that specific moment, even though, let's be very honest, back when that moment, it was not that inclusive at Poetry International. If I look at your current lineup, I'm like, oh yeah, there's some people that I know. Oh, that's amazing. That's progress. But at that moment in time, it was not that much. So that moment, being in that space together with him, drinking a little wine, you know, cracking jokes and sharing poems together. For me as a young poet, stepping into a space which is not inviting to someone like me, finding an elder, having a moment and sharing that, joking around like we do, and sharing poems was absolutely beautiful. The only answer that I have is support your locals. Don't miss out on your locals. Support your locals. If you see someone on the lineup and you go watch them, because y'all can come for the big names, but the person that you know that lives around the corner, one day there's gonna be one of those big names, but they only can get there if you are there to support them. It's that simple. And especially people you relate to, make sure that the people that you relate to, and that's what I said before, look at Maya Angelou, look at all the great poets, especially black female writers. They are amazing, and we carry them on hands, but they've passed. They never have seen the moment of how we are appreciative of them when they were alive. So how about we be the generation that changes that up and actually show the people our love when they are still here. So support your locals.